What happens when the sky itself becomes a weapon? In Ukraine, danger no longer marches on the ground. It hums above the horizon, a faint buzz, a drifting shadow, and then impact. Drones have rewritten the rules of war, silent, precise, and inescapable. For Russia, these machines are not just scouts, they are hunters. Each strike is calculated, each target chosen to blind Ukraine's defenses and choke its supply lines. The battlefield has shifted upward, where control of the sky decides survival below. Let's dive into how Russia released the relentless strikes towards Ukrainian facilities in August 2025. Stay tuned. On August 20th, a report was released on the uncensored news Telegram channel. Russian forces targeted the command post of Ukraine's 14th Territorial Defense Brigade with FAB 3000 bombs equipped with UMPK glider modules in the Dmitrov-Mirnograd area. Almost simultaneously, another Ukrainian position, the UAV control hub of the 34th Infantry Brigade in Antonovka, Kherson, was wiped out by light multi-purpose guided rocket or LMUR missiles. Both strikes were precise, leaving no chance for retreat, showing how Russia combined heavy aerial bombs with guided missile technology to dismantle not only troops but also drone operators in one sweep. Only 3 days later, another strike was also reported on the Military Wave Telegram channel. This time, Russia struck again, this time focusing on the long-range UAV control antenna near Pogorelets, Chernihiv region. Hidden deep among trees, the structure was barely visible, only its tower betrayed its existence, but Russian Iksavad vehicles had already scouted it, ensuring that when the attack came, it left the site in ruins. Ukraine's ability to coordinate long-distance drone missions suffered a blow that day. The momentum didn't stop there. Russian drones seem relentless in hunting down Ukraine facilities. Reported on August 25th, Russia's Center UAV units destroyed 2 enemy drone control centers and even managed to disable a Starlink system, a rare but critical achievement. The footage revealed a chilling reality. Russia's drones hunted not just visible targets, but also the hidden veins of Ukraine's communication. Even the systems meant to secure connectivity in war were no longer safe. Then came another strike reported on 26 August. Again, Russian helicopter fired an LMUR missile directly at a Ukrainian UAV control position in Kherson. The impact was devastating. The site was obliterated in a single strike. Footage showed the unmistakable power of combining air superiority with precision-guided munitions. This final strike in the sequence underscored the escalating intensity. From bombs to vehicles, from drones to helicopters, every platform was being used to hunt down Ukrainian drone infrastructure. Together, these strikes illustrate a deliberate strategy. Russia is not randomly targeting, it is systematically dismantling Ukraine's drone nerve centers. And with each attack, the battlefield equation shifts further in Russia's favor. Together, these strikes illustrate a deliberate strategy. Russia is not randomly targeting, it is systematically dismantling Ukraine's drone nerve centers. And with each attack, the battlefield equation shifts further in Russia's favor. But this raises a sharper question. What happens to an army when its eyes in the sky are blinded? Check this out. Destroying drone control hubs does more than silence operators. It paralyzes Ukraine's ability to move. Without reliable aerial reconnaissance, convoys risk moving blind, unaware of ambushes or artillery zones ahead. Supply trucks carrying ammunition or food now operate under constant uncertainty. Troop rotations become slower, more dangerous, and increasingly vulnerable to strikes they cannot anticipate. Each destroyed hub is more than rubble. It is a roadblock placed directly in Ukraine's logistics network. For Moscow, this effect is intentional. Russian planners understand that cutting off the eyes in the sky forces Kyiv to fight half-blind. Every successful strike removes not just equipment, but Ukraine's confidence in coordinating its forces. By systematically dismantling these control points, Russia exerts pressure without necessarily needing to commit massive troop movements. Ukraine, of course, has not remained passive. Kyiv has put effort into counter-drone measures, electronic warfare teams scramble Russian signals, and mobile air defenses patrol vulnerable corridors. Yet every adaptation comes at a price. The more resources Kyiv diverts to shielding the skies, the fewer remain for attacks on the ground. As for the example, the Telegram channel of Uncensored News reported on August 27th, in the Chernigov region, near the border village of Beloshitskaya Sloboda, Russian forces used Lancet loitering munitions to hunt down Ukrainian vehicles concealed in forest cover. Even attempts at camouflage offered little protection. The strikes proved that once Kyiv's defenses are stretched thin, its ground assets become exposed and vulnerable. The situation was no different in the Pokrovsk direction. Between August 23rd and 25th, Russian forces advanced with brutal efficiency, unleashing a wave of attacks that shattered Ukrainian positions. Footage from the front revealed the destruction of armored vehicles, artillery pieces, UAVs, transport trucks, and even entrenched infantry. Here too, the trade-off became visible. The more Kyiv strains to counter drones in the sky, the more its ground forces are left vulnerable to relentless strikes. Even Ukraine's adjustments reveal the weight of Russian pressure. Unable to sustain large drone hubs, Kyiv has broken operations into smaller mobile units. While this increases survivability, it sacrifices efficiency. What was once a centralized, well-coordinated drone network is now fragmented, scattered, and less effective. For Moscow, this is already a strategic victory. The enemy still moves, but only in ways Russia allows, because at the core, Ukraine's efforts, no matter how determined, remain reactive. They scramble to counter, while Russia strikes first. They disperse, while Russia dictates where and when. The balance of power is not equal, and despite Kyiv's resilience, the gap continues to widen. At this point, the pattern is unmistakable. Russia doesn't just launch drones or drop bombs, it shapes the battlefield itself. Ukraine, despite its determination, finds itself adapting on Moscow's terms, always reacting rather than dictating. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching.